guys! Minasan konnichiwa!
Often in Japan, meeting new people can feel like talking to a PR rep. Every sentence and every word feels like it's been molded to be the most homogeneous and agreeable response possible. Trying to get genuine reactions and responses here feels like pulling permanent teeth. They hide their true feelings at all costs. Are you trying to be nice? Is this how you really feel? I don't know.
That's another factor in Japan, and I guess I do get it now. Like, that's why it's hard for other foreigners, because one, the culture is different, especially if you're from America or like, like the Western world. Is that how you call it? I don't know how you call it, guys, but what I'm saying is like, if you come from that, the culture would be so different. In Japan, there's just, like, they don't really like confrontation. They just don't. It's like most of my people here in Japan just doesn't like it. It is actually that. Like, it seems like you're talking with a they use filters, like they don't really tell what they feel, because it comes from the culture of they don't want to bother you with their feelings, so if they're going to express their feelings, and if they feel like it's a bad feeling or emotion and it's a negative thing, they will keep it. They wouldn't say it. And that's a problem when you're in a relationship. You have to understand your partner is not a fortune teller. Even fortune teller get it wrong, But I'm saying is, you have to exactly tell what you want. And it comes down to choosing your words correctly, because it might be translated as a bad thing or a negative thing. It's part of having or being in a relationship, a successful, happy relationship, is knowing how to express yourself, and at the same time for the other person to actually understand it, that it is coming from a good place. So those are the things that I feel like I could understand. Lost in translation, you don't know the language, you can't speak the language. On top of that is like you cannot read them. It's like, especially sometimes, at least for me, reading someone is a skill. You have to know the skill. You either have it or you have to learn it.
Honne is the Japanese word for a person's true feelings, and Tatemae is their public persona. But I found that a lot of foreigners here struggle to have any kind of relationship just because of how difficult this concept is. Are you saying how you really feel? Are you in professional mode? I don't know. I have no idea. And while changing the way you act based on your environment is hardly just a Japan-only thing, from an American standard, how they do it in Japan is way more extreme, almost like you have two entirely different personalities.
That's very true. And I've talked about this also like multiple times. Like, I feel like living in Japan, it feels like a lot of people are two faces. They'll be so nice at work. They'll talk to you as if you're building a relationship, like a friendship. And then you see them outside, like in a normal outside environment, and they would kind of like act like they don't know you. Like they don't even look at you. Like you don't even exist, even if you're in front of them. So it's one of the things that, like frustrates me. So if you are dating, it probably is more frustrating, So yes, that's a lot of factors. So I like how he did this, because it makes sense, at least for me. At least for me, who's having a hard time. Why is it hard to date? Like I never really had that kind of problem. Not that I'm boasting, it's just like I didn't have that problem. And I think because a lot of you guys, if you're watching this, you would say because I'm a woman, it's not really hard for me. I get that. I do. And I've already talked about this, okay?